right, we are here at Galpin Autosports. We're here to get orange car, and I'll discuss with you in a little bit what went wrong and what we were able to kind of temporarily fix or fix for the short term and go from there. So I'll discuss with you some of the repairs. They were actually a lot simpler than we thought, at least for the short term, because we do have some long-term plans with the car. One of the things we have to do right now that we didn't get a chance to do after the car came back from its latest round of weight reduction at Galpin Autosports was we have to put the N-gauge back in the left air conditioning vent. We loved having it there. It gave us data while we were out on the track, just knowing how all the operating temperatures are of the transmission, the engine, and all the other parameters. So we're gonna get that put in right now. Get ready to go tomorrow. Buttonwillow, here we come. The cage is in the way, but we now have the block off plate off of the air conditioning vent so we can get our N-gauge installed. It is again really early in the morning. We are headed out to Buttonwillow, this time with orange car. Yes, orange car was repaired. We were able to get some temporary repairs in, or some temporary parts in that will help us go racing, get the job done, and then we'll have a permanent solution come 2020. Absolutely love the sound of the chop and the boss, and that's not just a ghost tune. When the coolant temperature reaches above 170 degrees, you wait 210 seconds. When you blip the throttle, it actually engages the what's called Lopi idle. And not only do we have the Lopi idle, but we do have the Cobra Jet cams, both intake and exhaust. So we do have upgraded cams, so it really makes it sound just that much meaner. Absolutely love that cam roll. It is absolutely packed today. The last time we were here at Buttonwillow, there was no one here when we were out with Speed District. We're out today with Speed Ventures, and for many people, this is the last club racing event for 2019. So we have competitions today, we have club racing event. It is just absolutely packed. So it may be even difficult to stay in the back of the pack to try and get some data on the car. So you're probably wondering what happened. You had problems with the transmission, you had problems with the drive shaft at Auto Club Speedway. We got some temporary solutions for the car so we could race today. We knew this was the last race of the year, so we're gonna let you know coming up what we did to the transmission, what we did to the drive shaft, so we could be out here today in such a quick amount of time. Now this is just a guess, but I would have to say that a good 70 to 80% of the cars here today are lightweight and probably under 3,400 pounds. So we're one of the big guys on track today. Even though with the rate reduction we're down to about 3,250, there are still some very lightweight cars here. And if you've been to Buttonwillow and you know the course, the lightweight cars and lightweight chassis definitely have the advantage here. Now yes, a good driver mod can get any car around the track really quick, but the lightweight cars, the nimble cars definitely have the advantage here. You'll see that today on track. Something that we're really proud of is Aaron, the owner of Speed Ventures, who's hosting this club racing event today, uses our company's duct and gaffer tape for all of his racing events. Right here, that's our company. We make pressure sensitive tapes. It's one of the things we make, and Aaron is using them along with our custom printed extension cords. We're really proud to be working with Speed Ventures and Aaron. Just a great partnership, and I got tape. We really like the club racing events that he and his team host. They're safety first, they're committed to safety and having a great time. Really enjoyed coming out with them over the years. Thank you so much, Aaron, and the entire Speed Ventures team. I don't know if he regrets working with us because we bring out the loudest, most obnoxious, heaviest vehicles and slow everyone up here at Buttonwillow. So I'm sure he'd prefer to just take our tape and cords and maybe just make us stay home. Come on back. To tell you one thing, the cooler air for the cars today, the cars are loving it. The intake air temperature is probably so low, and it's dropped obviously because it's so much colder, so that's really great. Obviously, I'm sure everyone here is loving it. Their cars are running a little bit cooler. I literally just posted to Instagram that we fixed the Boss just in time for the final race of the season here at Buttonwillow Raceway Park with Speed Ventures. And literally my father took the car around the track twice, still warming up the slicks, and he's bringing it in because we've got some type of something's wrong with the exhaust. There's a rattle. We don't know what exactly is wrong, but there's definitely rattling coming from the exhaust. Lesson learned, don't post to Instagram saying that you're ready for the last race of the year until you've actually had the car out on the track for its first warm-up lap. Lesson learned. Oh gosh. I can hear it's either the exhaust rattle or it's the drive shaft again, one or the other. All right, we're gonna film it from right over here. We'll hear it. Let me put the camera down because I look like an idiot. There's no way the exhaust is loose. The exhaust. There's no way the exhaust is loose. There's no way the exhaust is loose. So there's our culprit. That's exactly what happened. There's no way the exhaust is loose. Well, I'll give away the secret right now. The drive shaft broke. We put in a Boss 302S, one-piece aluminum drive shaft, and apparently we didn't put the exhaust back on well enough. There's no way the exhaust is loose. So we just have to re-bolt the side dumps. We have active side dumps, Cook's headers all the way back, and we kept the side dumps, and we have Borla attacks out the back. So we're just gonna re-bolt this on, get going. So this is a typical father-son situation where, although I insist to help and do the wrenching, Dad says, "Nah, let me get in there and fix it, son." And I'm left holding the flashlight and the wrenches while Dad is exclaiming profanity, and I'm sitting here watching him fix something. So typical father-son situation here. Really, it's as simple as that. The side dump, we didn't bolt it up properly before, probably just rushing. We had to get the clip off the side dump in between the two rubber grommets so it wouldn't vibrate, and we hadn't tightened it down properly. Just overlooked that, but remember, you got to be careful when we're on track. We did bring our tools, we got it fixed. Obviously the father-son team, son watched while Dad fixed and exclaimed profanity, you know, so you know the drill. Anyway, it's fixed. It is a little dirty since the last time we worked on it. We haven't really had a chance to clean it, which is a shame. We should have taken a little better care of it before this race. If you are new to the channel, thank you for joining us. Let me just break down what we've done so far to the Boss 302 TR. Some of the power upgrades include the Cobra Jet cold air intake system, into the Super Cobra Jet oval throttle body, Cobra Jet intake manifold. Sticking with the Ford performance or Ford racing theme, we went with the Cobra Jet intake and exhaust cams, which brought the intake and exhaust both to 13 millimeters of lift. We rounded out the exhaust manifold. We have Cook's headers and exhaust all the way back, and as you saw before, we do have the side dumps. And we currently, on E85, are getting right around 499 to the rear wheel, and that's the big joke with this car, is our best dyno day was 499.94 to the rear wheel. Exactly, literally, and we could not hit 500. So everyone says just round up, and I said no. We're 499.94. I want to hit that for real on the dyno. So next time we go in, we're probably going to go on a colder day. We did that dyno during a warm day in the summer, actually. It was probably 92 degrees outside. So if we go back in the winter, I'm really hoping we'll crack 500. And even if it's 501, we'll be happy. We also upgraded the control arms. We did the Delrin bushings. We have the Cortex coilovers, Watts link, and we still have some more work to do. We would like to get some spherical bearings to definitely get rid of the body roll. And we also have the Steeda upper third link spherical bearing as well, which really helped with the suspension and the rear end grip. You can see here, it's pretty obvious we have our G-Stream wing for downforce and the Watson Road Race roll cage inside. OMP seats, MGW shifter, Ford Racing steering wheel. We have our custom tuning by Eddie over at Addiction Motorsports. The newest addition to this car was the move to go full racing slick, and we have the Apex 18-inch EC7 wheels, and you can really tell the unsprung weight on the car has reduced dramatically, and the car feels so much lighter on its turn in and exit from the Apex. You can really put that power down coming out of the Apex and really lock this thing up. It is just so much fun. Another upgrade that we did a long time ago that I forgot to mention is we upgraded to the Shelby GT500 6-piston front caliber brakes. We're going to discuss the braking system on this car in the next video, so I want to hold off on some information on that, but we are making some changes there. This thing does stop very well. Pedal travel on the brake is consistent. The feel is good. There's no fade, so we haven't had any issues with the braking system. The reliability of this engine is unmatched. The Boss 302 is a Coyote variant called the Roadrunner, and it is forged internally from the factory. It's got a lot of other tricks up its sleeve, but we just took it one little step further. We wanted to stay NA, and the engine is reliable. It runs cool. I don't think it's cracked 189 or 190, even in the strongest conditions on the racetrack. And we did obviously upgrade the thermostat to help with that. The engine is great, power level is consistent, it's linear, and it just flies like a bat out of hell. And I don't know how else to describe that, and I know that's an analogy used quite a bit, but this thing just really gets moving. All right, we're gonna hook up the GoPros, and we've got our exhaust side dump hooked up. We've got it bolted back on. We're gonna get out on the track. Here we go. We're gonna fill up before we head out. Nice, simple E85 fill up. I just saw the car come off the track again. My dad's brought it in, see what's going on. My dad brought in the car. He said there was a wobble in the front end. I guess serious enough to bring it in and warrant us looking at. I'm gonna take it out in a little bit, see if I feel the same thing, see how it corners. You know what, it definitely needs an alignment. We probably could be a little bit more precise with that. And we'll follow through and we'll see how it feels. We'll let you know. I'm gonna take it over from here, back at the Tracking Ponies race garage with the voiceover mic. There's really no point in showing you any of the race clips from today, from the club racing event. We didn't really get a chance to race. The few times we had the car out, we had a wobble in the front end, we had our side dump on the passenger side, the exhaust pipe dragging on the ground. It's just been one of those days where we still have a lot of tuning to do on the car, and it made us realize how much more we still have to do on the car to really dial it in. When you take a car apart like this and build it from the ground up, there are just so many variables that come into play. We're gonna get that alignment looked at, we're gonna get the front suspension looked at. The majority of the day we stayed in the back of the pack because we were noticing we were having problems with the car. But it was good to have it out on track because while we were out there and while we were in the back of the pack, we were able to get data about other parts of the car. We were able to figure out what else we need to do, and really the only place to do that is on the track. This car does have a VIN number, but it is not street legal anymore. So this is the place, this is the time when we can diagnose what we need to still do to the car. I took the car out on the track and my dad's right. About over 95 miles an hour, there is a wobble in the steering wheel. So it definitely needs an alignment. We need to look at the front suspension as well. It's gonna take a lot of tuning. We're gonna get the car back out on the track and feel it out again. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm old and out of shape. So just walking in a straight line on flat ground is terribly, terribly exhausting. One last thing, we also need to adjust the tune. We have the Super Cobra Jet Oval, Super Oval Jet Silver Cobra, you know, and it's a single bore, and I'm wondering if we need to go to a twin bore
to help with the lunging and the bucking, accompanied by a tune that probably needs to be worked out a little bit more. But we need to adjust the throttle response on the car to make it a little bit more linear and not as jumpy.
Thank you so much again for joining us and watching our progress on the channel. I decided to not even file this club racing event under racing events. It's actually going under our vlog section because really, again, we didn't get a chance to race. It really reminded us when you take a car down to the bare bones like we have and built it back up, there's going to be a lot of other variables and it's going to take time to dial everything in and to get it exactly how we want it. And because it's not street legal anymore, the track is the only place we can really dial it in. But again, thank you so much for watching and joining us, and we enjoyed meeting so many of you out on the track at this event at Buttonwillow. Thank you so much again. Take care and Happy New Year.